going on, guys? My name's Sam. I'm from Pioneer DJ and we're up here in Leeds at Bot DJ, and I'm going to be showing you 3 of my new favourite features of the CDJ-3000s. Okay, so the first feature I want to show you is the key shift and key sync feature. Now, this really stood out to me when we're in the development process of the CDJ-3000s, simply because I'll openly admit I wasn't the best with music theory, and I really relied on technology like this to make a really more seemingly harmonic mix. So essentially how it works is you will set one of your decks to be a master, and then the other decks, however many you have, they will be your slaves. So for example, my third deck over here is now my master. I've synced deck 1 and deck 2 by the BPM. So essentially what I want to be doing is, for a more harmonic mix, a more musical related mix, is sync the keys as well, because there's nothing better than mixing in key. So we have this track here. Just something very basic. This deck here and this deck here is running off a completely different key. So essentially what we want to do is we want to sync the keys to the master. So that's the original key. Now if I just select a hot cue here, and if I change the key by hitting the key sync, it's going to change to the same key or related key plus or minus 2 semitones to the master deck. So do we all hear that? Nice shifting key. Now it's shifted key to match the master key. Now I'm going to take it over to my first deck here and I'm going to do the exact same. So my first deck here, if I just create a loop. Now I'm going to sync it to my master key. So one more time. This is the original key. I'm now going to sync it to my master deck. So let's bring these tracks in. And they're working beautifully together, exact same key. And I'm now going to bring my master deck into the mix. So all 3 decks are now running and we're using the same key. So that's the key sync mode. Now let's take a look at the key shift mode. The key shift up here will allow you to shift the key in real time as the track's playing. I'm just going to bring these 2 tracks together here. And you can use this as a tool as you're making your build-ups. So it's a great feature for a live scenario. You can create those really crazy build-ups and just change your key. Now, whatever deck is synced to the master deck will change the key of the slave decks as well. So the second feature that I really enjoyed was the manual beat jump feature, displayed right here on the CDJ-3000s. So we've done this feature previously, but we've now added 2 manual buttons and a very fast way to change the parameters of the beat jump. What is a beat jump? A beat jump is basically where you can jump forward or back however many bars that you've set your parameters to. For example, I'm going to jump over to this deck here. Now I'm just going to loop a part of this track. And the cool thing about the upgraded beat jump is you can actually jump loops as well as just bars. So here we have the beat jump parameters. So this will tell me how many bars I'm going to jump forward or back. If I click the beat jump value here, and it's just jumped forward 8 bars. So let's change the division to say 16 bars and jump forward again and again. So essentially I've just skipped forward around a minute forward into the song. Now with Quantize turned on, it's just a seamless mix. So it will just jump and snap straight to the grid. So you're not hearing any change whatsoever. It's a really good feature when you've maybe set a record off a little too soon and you have those really long 2-minute introductions. You can change your beat jump all the way through to 64 beats. So you can really skip forward or back within the track. A really cool feature that I've noticed as well is if I create a brand new loop here, and all I'm going to do is just create a very, very small, say 2-bar loop. And I'm going to change my division of the beat jump just to 1 beat. So you can really get intricate beat jumping going on. It's great when working with vocals, because if you can work with a vocal, you can switch the vocal back, forth, live within the mix. So the third and final thing that I like the most of the CDJ-3000s is the position of the hot cues. Being so hot cue heavy myself, especially when I'm mixing up to 4 decks, I found that the previous way of doing hot cueing was quite difficult. You had to know exactly where those hot cues were and where they were going to be released. Here we now have the hot cues which have changed up here. Now we know a few people have questioned this, so here's my take on why we've put the hot cues there. If you're having your hot cues here, this is just an extension of what you're seeing right above you. So over here I can see with the brand new 9-inch screen, I can see a lot more of the waveform in front of me. So it would only make sense that just below it you should have the hot cues, because I can see exactly where those hot cues are going to be released. For example, I have my hot cues here and it's right at the start of the track. As I'm releasing these, I can see exactly what's going on in front of me. So let's go through some of these hot cues. And again, this is exactly why I like them there, because I've just created a little bit of a riff as a breakdown, and then I can jump directly back to the drop. Now, the only reason why I knew that was the drop, because I can physically see it right in front of me. So when I'm working my hot cues, as you've just seen, I can directly see exactly where I'm releasing this track.